to my quilting life. It's not yet insomniac time, but it's not early enough to not be. For some people, it's already really late. For me, it's only 8. So I'm bored. I haven't sewn anything all day, and I felt like sewing, and I just felt like going live while I sew. So here we are, live while I sew, because I'd rather make a live stream than edit a video. But you guys already knew that. So, as the title says, I'm going to make 2 table runners. I doubt I'll finish them in this one video, but I grabbed myself a charm pack, just one. It's fairly cute. I can't say fairly cute. It's very cute. It's like a mixture of reproduction and new age florals and leaves kind of in one. It's called Fluorette. It's called that. 5 Carat Crystals is the name of it by I can't even speak tonight. Wilmington Prince. Oh my goodness. Anyways, that's what I'm using. And there's 2 of each in here, and I was looking for something that was 2 of each so that I could make 2 table runners. And to go with it, I grabbed this, which is called True Timber MC2. No, this is not pink. So this is probably the wrong thing on this bolt. Yeah. Anyways, it looks like this, and it's a yellow, and it goes great with all these colors. And I don't know how much fabric I'm going to be using. I'm just guessing here because that's what we do best, right? Well, at least me. That's what I do best. So anyway, who do we have here, Mr. Scotty?
So far, just Brenda, Terry, and Shelly.
Hi, Brenda, Terry, and Shelly. Welcome.
That's only 10 people on.
I'm going to start with my charm pack.
Oh, Francis is on too. Hi, Francis.
Well, they really taped this charm pack down.
Hi, Mary Jane. Hi, Karen.
All right, people are finding the video. I saved these little cardboard things. So I really wanted the paper ripped off of it. That way they could go on my thing. Anyway, yeah.
Brenda.
I'm just going to throw that in the trash if someone asks. It's right on the top of the trash pile. Welcome, everybody joining in. I'm going to go ahead and separate this into 2 piles, and I'm only going to make one at a time. But I'm going to make, I'm going to put them in 2 piles because it's the same thing repeated twice. So it was kind of a good one because some charm packs don't have. They have more than 1 or more than 2 of each or 3 of each. You know what I mean? This one was perfect because I wanted to make 2 items and there's 2 of each. So, oh, there is not 2 of that one, nor of that one, nor of that one. Oh, there is this one. I will supplement the ones and just like spread them out, you know? That was weird because I pre-looked at the package, but I didn't actually count every single one of them. And welcome everybody that's joining in. I'm just bored. I haven't sewn all day and I really got to get my sew on. Oop, that's only got 1. This one's got 2. This one's only got 1. There's 2 of these. Why did they do that to me? Now I really have to choose which pile it goes in. All right, well, there's 2 florals here, so each pile can have a floral. And there's 2 that are similar, so we'll just choose those. And then this one got a red, so this one will get a red and that one will get a light. There we go. Made up my mind. So they'll be similar, but not similar at the same time. I really have not made up my mind what I am going to do, but I kind of have a general idea in my head that I want to make like, I don't know. I'll wait a few minutes, yeah. Yes, I will in a minute. So I'm just going to stack these up and I'm going to cut like a bunch at the same time. I was kind of thinking just cutting them on the diagonal twice and then making a bunch of 5-inch squares out of this. Actually, 42 of them, so I need to make 5 cuts. 5 cuts. Per half? No, yeah, something like that. I have no idea. Don't ask me. I suck at math. But I will cut some yardage off in a second. I'm going to stack these into piles, though. That way they're ready to just be cut. And I'm going to do the same with the yardage when I cut that up into 5-inch squares. I know there's a word for what I'm thinking, like the name of a block, but I'm just going to cut it and sew it because that's what I do, cutting and sewing. Isn't that what quilting is all about? Cutting up all the beautiful fabric and then sewing it back together again. You know, when I first started quilting, that's what Scott said. Why do you want to chop up fabric and then sew it right back together again? I'm like, because you sew it to cool designs. Yeah, it was kind of funny.
I don't remember ever saying that. Are you sure?
Yes, you
Or are you
did.
just making that up?
You said that.
I think you're just making that up.
I hope you guys can hear him in the background. He keeps saying that I'm making it up, but I'm pretty sure he said that. He says, what's the point paying all that money for fabric when you're just going to chop it back up
Suburban
and
says,
sew
"My
it all
husband
back
asked me
together?"
basically the same question.
I'm telling you, he said it. I'm pretty sure every single one of our husbands said it when we started cutting up fabric and sewing it back together.
Suburban sister said the same thing.
It's a common husband saying. All right, so I'm going to slide my 3 piles that I've just cut.
Brenda asks, hourglass or half square?
What is it called when you just cut it like a peak, like a tent? There is a name for that block. I'm telling you. There is. All right, I'm going to cut 10 5-inch strips, I guess. That'll give me enough. And whatever's left over, I'll just have in case I have an emergency accidental cut. Because you know how that happens. Well, not accidental, but you never know. I always cut too much of something, and whatever happens, happens. So I'm going to start off with a left-hand cut, but then I won't need it no more. But I get bored, and when I don't go in this room all day, it can just randomly happen at times like right now, which is 8 o'clock at night, and I just want to sew.
And Brenda says, is it flying geese?
Not flying geese. More pointed, like a tent. 5. Okay, so I'm going to cut 5-inch strips off of here, and then I'm going to subcut them. I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get 8 per. Ooh, that's 9 strips altogether, I think. My brain. I'm racking it. Maybe I shouldn't have came in here. I'm just kidding. I know, right? I've got problems. You know, you go all day and you're like, oh, I should have done something today. What did I really do today? I did nothing but sit on my butt. We went out for a couple errands today and then came home, and I wanted to quilt on long arm, but I haven't decided what I was going to quilt on the quilt that I need to make a video about. So that has been postponed temporarily until I decide what to quilt on it. Because if I don't know what to quilt, then there's no point showing you guys a video of it until I know what I'm doing.
Mary says, howdy, howdy, Mary.
Hello, hello. Welcome. Oh, yeah, because the microphone is like, sorry guys, let me adjust this. It's going to get soundy weird for a second. I need to put it at a place that's not pulling my shirt down to show my cleavage, although I've worn tank tops on here. I don't know why it would be very bad. Oh, yeah, okay, thank you. All right, so another 5-inch. I cut 4 already.
Shelly asked, before you had surgery on your wrist, where did the pain start?
It started in my wrist and all of these fingers right here, these 3, and my thumb were always numb, and it was always like a burning, tingling sensation right here, and all these were always numb, and the palm of my hand always was sore, like moving it was sore. My pinky was never numb. This side of my hand was never numb, but ever since the surgery, this hand was healing, always was tingly on this side, but now it's gone. But when I was first healing, oh my goodness, that was horrible. It was like I had the surgery and nothing happened, but turns out that that's just when you're healing what happens.
Hi, Kathy. Kathy says, good evening, everyone.
Hello. All right. Let's see how long this takes me to do. I need 3 more strips, and that should be enough. So I said 9, not 10, because I changed my mind how much I really think I need and how much I probably will have too much of. It's enough for both. I need to cut one more strip, but I'm going to line these up. Hello, welcome. Pretty sure this is close enough to being an insomniac video for you guys. Coming on at 8 p.m. my time, so it's 9, 10, 11 p.m. for some of you. I'm just adjusting my selvages to line up, so that way when I make all these cuts that they will all be equal and the same size. All right, one more cut, and that should be enough for one full charm pack, but I'm splitting it in half, obviously. At least I think. But I may be cutting too much, which happens. But if you haven't noticed behind me, right here, there is a drawer, and that's filled with 5-inch squares. Okay. I'm literally going to cut through all these layers at the same exact time. Oh, look at that. I had a fabric boo-boo because there was more than one rolled up on this bolt. Here we go.
Hey, Linda. Linda said it's almost 11:30 in Eastern New York.
Yep. All right. So that has a little bit extra that I can use for border or whatever, plus whatever's left on it. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and chop all this at the same time, hopefully, without any issues. Let's hope. It's a lot of layers to cut, but I'm going to do it anyway. We're going to grab my new martelli, and it should cut like butter. I'm going to come on this side. You guys aren't going to see me for a second. I need to make this first cut this direction so that it stays straight.
She's been having pain in the palm of her hand and herself. Actually woke her up last night.
Oh, man. You know what I don't like about this martelli blade? Is every time I go to cut through heavy amounts of layers, the blade bends. Can you guys see how easy that bends? So when I go to try to put any pressure down, the whole thing starts to bend. And it makes my cut seem like it's going to get off.
Maybe you're pushing too hard.
Probably am. Excuse me.
Hi, June.
I try to cough like away from the microphone so that it's not loud. Oh, look at that. This should be plenty of squares. And one more, and the rest will go in my scrap bin. Let's try to keep that out of the way. Stay down. I knew it was not cutting. There we go. And those can just go over there.
Go over there.
They can just go over there.
Go over there. Go away.
So I'm going to start with, I'm just going to pretend that this is an equal number for each pile, which probably is way too much, but that's fine. Because, well, I don't even know what I'm making, so I can go over there too. That has to be cut. All right, here's my 3 random piles. We're going to start with just one. And I'm going to make both of these exactly the same, minus the fact that one has, they both have a couple different fabrics in them. So I'm going to move those out of the way and just start with one pile for now. And then I'll grab some of my 5-inch squares and start on that. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I am going to lay my 5-inch square center on a line. I've done this before. I just haven't done it in a long time. And I'm going to come over 1/4 of an inch down here at the bottom and then come to my center, which is 2.5 inch mark. And then I'm going to come from this side 1/4 inch in and come to the top corner as well. So I'm going to just try to lay my ruler on there, 1/4 inch at the corner, and then I want it to land at the 2.5 inch mark in, 1/4 inch in the corner. I guess I'm going to have to stand for this.
Hi, Jacqueline.
Would help if my blade
Hi,
was
Lisa.
out.
Kelly says, whatever you're making, I'm sure it will be beautiful.
And then I'm going to come this way 1/4 inch in. And I'm just guessing where 1/4 inch is in on this side because I honestly could not even tell you. So I'm going to do this to all these, and I'll have what's a triangle and 2 sides. I'm going to do it to all of them. I'm going to line this up again because I can't see my center really. It's not center from the ruler itself, so I'm just laying the ruler to land at that mark. I'm also laying a 1/4 inch line right here.
Howdy, Jim. How you doing? Jim's on.
Hey, everybody. Joining in. All right. 1/4 inch in. Landing at that top corner. I actually have a ruler that probably does this. Yeah. Folded corner clipper. All right, one more pile, and then I'll grab out some 5-inch squares, the ones that I cut, and do the same procedure. I figured this is something quick and easy to do. I want this to land exactly half, but starting at a 1/4 inch in, pick it up, 1/4 inch in, which is about right there to right there, just like that. So I have all these cut. And now I'm just going to grab a stack of these and do the same exact thing.
Hi, Bernie.
Bye. I knew that was going to happen where they're just going to get themselves.
Bernie says hi, all.
Welcome, welcome, everybody. Jumping in. Now, my squares are exactly 5 inches, unlike the charm squares, which were actually a little bit over because they have those pinked edges. And I did not go by the pinked edges. I actually just kind of cut them.
Hi, Margaret.
Hello, hello, hello. So I'm just going to cut a few stacks of these, and if I overcut, they can go towards the next set. I'm not even counting, which I should be because it's kind of dumb not to, but...
She's making a table runner, Lisa, right?
Yep, table runner. Making 2 of them. They're going to be exactly the same, but I'm just making them like this, one at a time. That way I don't overwhelm myself more than one at a time at the moment. Starting at the corner, that's about a 1/4 inch there, landing in the top. So these are going to go with that. Stack some more. Oops. I'm stacking them all right side up, by the way. Even though I don't think it honestly matters, but I'm doing it anyway.
As long as you stack them all the same way, right?
Yep.
If you do right side up, make sure they're all right side up.
Yep.
Side down, make sure they're all upside down.
It doesn't matter because either way they're sewing to the, which way I sew them. All right, 1/4 inch again in the corner, landing right here at the 2.5 inch in the center. I'm just guessing really where it's landing technically, but my blade comes out exactly where it needs to.
Hi,
And
Margaret.
then a 1/4 inch
Margaret's right
in, landing at the corner, just like that. And that'll be for that stack, even though I'm pretty sure I'm 1 or 2 off. But we're doing what we can. Just trying to have an equal-ish amount. Like I said, I probably cut way too much, but I tend to do that. But my drawer don't care. I could just fill them up in there. Whatever I don't use. Okay, like maybe 2 more, and it should be enough, I think. Maybe. There we go. Let's see. And then this can go in that pile for later.
Margaret says, love your designs.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
I'm the only one else here for any other than Tiff.
Yeah, Scott's in the background. I don't know if you can hear him very good because of my new microphone.
Well, they're saying who else did they hear?
Oh, maybe you guys hear the radio singing, but it shouldn't hear it. You know what I mean? Nope, nobody else is here. Just me and Scotty. And the radio, but he's on so low that I'm not sure you guys even hear it because I was told last time you didn't. All right, what I'm going to do is sit down and find my magnet. You want to see where my magnet is? It's under my magnetic holder. Don't you just love it? I can't lose my bobbins if they're stuck. Just gonna put that there. Oh, it's stuck to another bobbin too. I'm going to put my seam guide on here. Even though I have this tape stuff, the seam tape stuff, I prefer to have the guide to stop the fabric from going that way because I'm really horrible at this. All right, what I'm going to do is make opposites. So, as you can see, there's these. Well, I'm just going to take these guys and put them up here, and these guys and put them down here, and make opposites. So, let's go ahead and sew that. So the top is going to stick over about 1/4 inch, and the bottom is going to line right up at the tip. Sort of. And I'm just going to sew them sideways. And then I'm going to go ahead and slide this through because it will make it easier for me to just do opposites. And these are going to get trimmed down anyway. I just want to have a nice crisp point at the top. It probably would have helped if I would have turned on an iron too, because I didn't do that yet. I'm going to press them opposites, and I got to be careful because they are a little on the bias. When I say a little, they're just not really a 45 degrees, so they're not fully. I'm going to press to the dark like this. And I'm going to add, no, I'm not going to add, I'm going to iron. Let's just use this little guy. No, I'm going to just use the little one. That's the wrong one. It's this one. Don't want to turn the wrong iron on. Because I'm like right here, so I could just use my iron. Because I'm going to chain piece most of this through, but I'm going to bring this up here with it. All right. I guess while I wait on the iron, I'm just going to finger press to the best of my ability, and then I'm just going to add this other side. So I'm going to line it up at the end where the other one was, and it's going to hang over quite a bit. And I'm going to have a tiny little lip that I need to cut away right here. It's just my little dog ear. It'd be best if I was in a different angle. Now I'm going to sew this one on. And this one's pressed nicely. We're going to add this one to this side. I'm going to take off my little dog ear.
Hi, Joyce. Joyce says, OMG, I now can hear you.
Yep, I got a new microphone. All right, and that lines up with the end. Again, I'm going to be trimming all these blocks. But I'm just showing you what I'm making. So I'm pressing the ones with the color to the color, and then the ones with the background or what I chose is the other color towards that. I'm just finger pressing for now, but this is what I'm making. And they're going to stay long. They're not going to be short little guys. I'm not trimming them down in size to where I lose a bunch. I'm actually going to keep them long and put them together because it's for a table runner. So they're not square blocks, they're rectangle blocks.
Celeste says, love your channel.
Thank you. Is this done yet? Oh, look, it is. All right, so let me press these so that they're like super flat. I don't have much steam in this iron, much water. So here's one when it's super flat, and you can see it crosses over on the top. And there's more than 1/4 inch. So when I trim this, I'll be able to get it nice and straight. And it's probably going to be like, I don't know, it still stays 5 inches tall, but it's only like 3 7/8 wide, but we're going to trim it. So, and it'll still have a point. And there'll be a ton of little trim offs.
Okay, Kathleen wants to know what you're making.
A table runner made out of these, I guess, elongated flying geese. I don't know what they're called. There's probably a name for them. I just don't know it off the top of my head. So here's number 2. So I'm making opposites. So I'm just going to go ahead and start sewing a bunch, and then I'll press them and sew them and press them and sew them, and you get the point. So I'm going to take this whole stack and this stack, and we're going to have this opposite, and then these, as you can see down here, are going to go with this. You don't have to.
Hi, Mary.
All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and do all these in this stack, and then I'll come and press them all, trim off that little end, and then so on and so forth. It'll be kind of fun.
Kathleen says, "Oh, Tiff, you're making something little, aren't you?"
Not really little. I'm making a table runner, but even my table runners turn out big. Unless it's a pattern, they always turn out too big. It's not my fault. It just happens that way. What? Oh, so now that you guys are all here, guess what? And you probably, some of you will probably already noticed this. I didn't notice it, so I went to bed on Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday night I went to bed at like 3 a.m. I had 2,780 subscribers. I woke up and then never checked YouTube. Woke up, and then I laid back in bed on Monday and then got up and then laid back in bed. I had a really bad day Monday. Anyway, which was yesterday. I get up finally, like for good, and I looked and I had a comment that said, "Congratulations on 5K." So I went and looked at my thing, and sure enough, I had 5,004 subscribers. Woohoo! I hit 5,000 subscribers. Thanks to all of you. And then now today it's already at 5,055 or 60 by now. It's somewhere in there. It's been growing steadily since yesterday. Very odd. So for all of those of you that are new to my channel, well, that was an exact match in this pile, huh? All of you that are new to my channel, thank you for subscribing. I never would have thought I would even get this far. So that is very awesome, because I stayed stuck at like 500 for, 2 years. All right, I'm going to go ahead and press all these back and then trim away the excess.
Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Marie.
And I'm keeping them in order of their color also.
Congratulations to you.
Isn't it crazy, right? Like, I was so surprised. I mean, I guess I can't be that surprised, but I was.
Hi, Nita.
Hello, everybody. Most of you wanted Insomniac videos back, and right now is probably the closest to an Insomniac video you're going to get is, before 9 p.m., before Mr. Scotty goes and lays down. Like I said, if I start sewing and talking before he falls asleep, it's okay, but...
Go to bed till after 10.
All right. So now I'm going to sew on the opposite side, but first, before I do that, I'm going to trim away all the excess on this. It's just a little like 1/4 inch.
You're a great teacher.
Thank you. I try. All right, so just going to trim all these little fellers away. That way I have a nice straight seam and no little doohickeys in the way. And I'm keeping them in order while I do this. Wow. It's this late night thing. Maybe I'm stopping some of you from purchasing fabric. Because we all know that it's Tuesday, and the amount of money people spend on Tuesday nights is probably more than they spend on Saturday nights. Oh, this one just had a little tiny one. I sewed that one right at the top. They're not going to be perfect, that's for sure. All right. All my little pieces are off. Now I can sew on the opposite side. So I got one side.
They're all saying, yes, you are. Yes, ma'am.
So now I got to do this.
LOL.
I know you guys love it when I come on while they're on. It's not my fault. I just come on at the right time. Just trying to do my part.
Marie says, I refrained because I spent my budget Saturday night.
Yep. I know the feeling, guys. I the last time I bought on there, I spent my budget within like 7 minutes. And I was like, I asked Scott, I was like, can I please like $25 more, please? Because I felt like I didn't buy anything. I needed to spend just a little bit more. Shopping in person is even harder. Their store has got so many things to look at and buy. This is going to be a fun little table runner. Times 2, because I'm making 2 of the same exact thing. Just making 1 on camera. Hopefully I can at least get 1 done tonight. It shouldn't be too long. Everyone always says I sew too fast. I can get anything done in 1 video.
Marie says I have no shopping for fabric in September.
I'll ask you in October how much you spent in September. That's funny.
Yes, what's you making tonight?
A table runner out of these elongated blocks that look like tents, or I don't even know. They just look like something. All right, let's press these back. Ooh, Gina, baby queen, pretty girl.
Well, since she watches you anyway, lately she hasn't seen anything she's wanted, so she watches you instead.
I like watching them because of the fabric. I like to see what fabric there is available, you know, so on and so forth. I kind of like to drool. It's like my go-to for drooling if I need to see what's available and out there.
Well, it's like me when I was a kid. I was raised really poor, so when we went to the store, I was allowed to go and look at the toy section, and I just stood there and looked at all the toys and drooled over them.
So here are the stack of these guys so far. So you could see, I'm going to be trimming them, like I said, but for now, they're just going to stay this length. But they're really, they're really cool. So let's make the other section side now, which would be the opposite, because I'm making opposites. And we're going to make these ones and then trim the little thing and then run the next ones through. And this stack just so happened to have the exact amount, and I wasn't even counting, which was kind of cool.
Hi, Shirley.
I did them before because I saw them somewhere, but now I don't remember where I saw these. They look just like this, but I don't think their blocks were as elongated as mine, or maybe they were more longer. I don't know. And it was a specialty ruler that cut them, but I was like, I could do that without a specialty ruler. And anything can be done without a specialty ruler. I do have the corner clipper though, which is kind of what this pretty much cuts off. It's like a corner. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but...
Hi, Virgie.
Hello and welcome, everybody that's joining in. All of you late nighters on a Tuesday. A late night Tuesday.
Hi, Rebecca.
I have a feeling if they can hear the talking, that they can hear those beeping sounds. I like the microphone because I can actually have music on at the same time, but certain sounds you might be able to hear. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and press these guys towards the darker fabric, which is my not background fabric. I want them this way, so I'm going to turn them this way, like that.
Hi, Heather.
So like this. So I'm just...
Marie said she didn't hear beeping.
Yeah, the song has like a... That's on right now. It's got a little bit of sound to it. You guys usually don't see me use purple iron here. Purple Panasonic. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and trim all these corners, the little dog ear off of all of these. And then sew the opposite side on. You could probably just use scissors to do this. I'm just, rotary cutter, no big deal. Because I'm only doing a few blocks at a time. And then I'll not square, I will rectangle everything up. Because it's really not a square.
Hi, Katrina.
Hello. All right, here we go. Let's sew the opposite side on now.
Shirley says congratulations on your 5,000.
Yeah, it's amazing how quick that happened. But I couldn't have done it without all of you. So all the sharing and the likes and the helping other people see my videos and so on and so forth, that really helps. I hope this looks cute. I chose this yellow because it looked cool. It even looks good on the yellow. The yellow looks good on the yellow, which looks like it's flipped, but it's really not. Oops, which way was I going? That way. Yes, it's the kind of yellow that you can use with yellow. It's a different shade. Totally glad that I'm using this guide though, because I'm really struggling keeping this straight. Okay, come on.
Fergie said she just watched your 52320 video putting together your block swap block. She says great video.
Ah!
It was last May.
Yeah. A lot of you like watching my old videos, even though they have horrible video quality and horrible sound quality. And my even older ones are worse. But they're watchable. I did get some suggestions if I could possibly remake some of my old videos. Maybe in the future, for those that had asked that question. Maybe in the future, but right this very moment, I'm not going to. All right, so let's press these guys.
She asked, did you put a border on that quilt top?
My block swap blocks?
Yeah.
Yes. Did I quilt? No, I didn't quilt that one yet. It's hanging in the closet. That's the one that I put like a bunch of different color fabrics. I put 50 something different or 70 something different fabrics in. That one. That's the block swap one you're talking about. I don't know how I could possibly make this all cockeyed, but I did. This feels like the iron is losing its heat from being off so long. Okay. So here's the opposite blocks. So you can see, I'm just going to stick that underneath. I have made two different styles that out. So these and these. So I think it looks really cool like that. So I'm going to go ahead now and just chain piece the other two piles. I don't know why I grabbed that. That goes with those. And these two go with these. So I'm just going to go ahead and start chain piecing these through. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and grab all of them close to me.
Hey, Judy.
And run all of them through. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick this on top of that. Stick this and this on top of this and this. There we go. There we go. That and that on top of that. And this right here. There we go. Now I can chain piece the whole lot of them. All right. They do not line up. There's a 1/4 inch sticking out because I cut it a 1/4 inch away. Just so you guys know. So they have a really tight tip at the bottom, which will get trimmed when we trim them all down to a...
Did you see a video by Heather?
A video by Heather. Oh, about her finger? Yeah. And the egg thing? Yeah, it's she posted the picture on one, and then she had a second post that had the video in it. I think the video was fine. I could see what you're doing. That you're taking the...
see it. Did you get to see her put the egg?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did it look cool?
Yeah. She just puts it on there with tweezers. And I already ran out of bobbin because I didn't put a whole bobbin in here. Because I'm trying to use up... I have like literally a ton of half bobbins here, or even less than
Bernie
half.
Says, thank you for being on tonight. I really like watching it. Thank you, Bernie.
Come on. Get out of there. I'm literally dropping everything. I'm literally trying to use up all my white 1/2 and 1/4 bobbins. Like every time I come on and make you guys a video or a tutorial, I try to put a whole bobbin in it. But then when I'm done, I switch to a different thread color, and then I put a different color bobbin in, and I'm like, then I just make this big stack of used bobbins. All right, let's go to right where it ended, right here. Yeah. Yep, so I'm trying to use them all up. I'm pretty sure you guys all do that too. You go to switch thread colors, and instead of putting, once you go back to white or cream or whatever it is you normally use, you end up sticking your bobbin in another pile, and you're like, oh, shoot, I forgot. What? I don't know. Probably someone else, maybe. If they want to know what the fabric name is that I'm doing, is that what they want? The line? If anyone was curious about the line, it's Fleurette, F-L-E-U-R-E-T-T-E, Fleurette. Probably saying that wrong. By WP Studio, Wilmington Prints. It's called 5 Carat Crystals. That's what I'm using, in case you're curious. And the background is, I don't know, because I think it's on the wrong bolt. I tend to put stuff on different bolts too, so it could be on the selvage, and I just didn't read it out loud to you guys. Kind of curious now, but I'll read the selvage and see what it says. It is Timeless Treasures of Cilio LLC, all rights. It doesn't say. Maybe I need to go to a different section. Nope, it just says Timeless Treasures. That's what it is. Because I'm not sure if the bolt is the right thing. It doesn't sound like it. It says pink on the bolt, so I'm pretty sure that was the wrong thing. So I'm just making these teepees. That's the word for it, teepee blocks. Looks like a teepee. Which is a tent. All right, so I did overcut. So I'm going to make sure that when I do the next ones that I count. I don't know. Maybe some people don't know. All right, so since I overcut, I'm just going to put those over there, and when I count out the next, I will make sure that they go.
Oh, okay.
What does
The
she want?
block you're making is Doreen Speckman's idea. She called Peaky and Spike.
Oh,
That's what she's talking about.
okay. I never heard of it, but I'd have to look and see because I saw it somewhere a long time ago. All right, these go towards this color. And then I'll trim away the excess. Just pressing them back because I'm pressing them opposites because I really don't know how I'm laying them out, but I will lay them out in some sort of awesome order. Maybe long, maybe not long. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get to that part. For now, let's just make the blocks.
Bergie says it's probably why it's old school.
Yeah.
Heather says it means flower.
Yeah, well, these are our flower prints. Come on, keep enough juice to do all of this, Mr. Iron.
Do you want me to fill it up?
No, I meant the heat, you know, because it only stays off for like a minute and 20 seconds or so.
Okay. Fill the water up. We got plenty of water bottles in there.
Yeah, you can fill it.
You want me to fill it?
Yep. There's that for you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and trim off all of these little tips. I'm just using the rotary cutter for those that are just joining because I really, you know.
Whoa, this thing gets hot.
Yes, it does. If you guys have the Panasonic iron, the cordless, just know that the tray that comes off to fill it with water does get hot. And if you're looking into that iron, the purple version, the tray gets hot, the water container part.
Water out of this little hole here.
Yep.
Which is hot. And it's, yeah. It's a fun thing.
Notice I'm keeping them in order so that way when I pick up my next piece, that they're in their starting order. I tend to do that when I chain anything together. Sorry if I seem quiet. I'm just, you know, concentrating on cutting these little dog ears off. Because either way, they need to be gone to sew this piece on. The other day, I threw all of my scraps on the floor, and I really had to clean all that up. Oh, it was a disaster. It was a disaster, not a disaster. Sorry. You should have heard the words I said yesterday. Scott might remember. What did I say yesterday? That was so funny, and you had to go tell CJ because I messed up the words. I have MS, so my cognitive whatever doesn't come out right sometimes. My words, they process like it sounds like it's right, but it said something about it was about the bathroom, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's something about vacuuming the bathroom. You were going to bathroom the vacuum.
I was going to bathroom the vacuum or something like that. Like, very, very odd.
It was funny at the time.
Sometimes it seems like it's really bad on some days, and then some days it's not as bad. It's kind of weird, though. Because I catch myself doing it, or not doing it, I catch myself saying these weird things, and I'm like, did I just... No, maybe I didn't, but I did.
Bergie says, I really enjoy these late nights so much.
Awesome. I do too. I really enjoy being able to be creative all hours of the day, whether it be day or night. And since I didn't sew today, and this is my first time sitting down to sew today, I really needed to.
Hi Heather, hi Pam. Pam wants to know how you would rate the purple Panasonic. She's been thinking about purchasing one.
Well, I love it because it's cordless I don't love that this part of it is not, it's not chargeable. This doesn't have a battery in it to recharge. What it has is a core in it. So when it's hooked to the core it doesn't charge it, but it heats up the core that's in there. And then about a minute and 20 seconds later, it's gone. It's not hot. You can actually touch it with your hand again. So I don't like that it doesn't last very long. So if you're just doing sit down blocks, this is perfect because it is cordless. But if you're ironing a whole quilt or rows and stuff like that, I would stick to a big corded iron because this one is not meant for that. And if you use the steam button on this one as well over and over, you actually tend to lose the heat faster using the steam than you would if you just held it, without the steam. So that's the only downside, is it's not its own rechargeable unit. Instead, it's a heating core or heating element. The same thing, core element, whatever. But for the price, it's a great iron. I love it. It was bought for me as a gift, so that price to me was, simple. But obviously it's a gift, and I did review it in quite a few videos, and I thanked the person up and down because I didn't even know cordless irons existed until you guys. Come on, land where I want you to. I'm going to look and see if I have a flowery print. I'm just going to scour my shelves real quick with my eye.
What are we looking for?
A flowery print that I can use as a border. Do I have anything that's red with little tiny flowers on it maybe? Nope, too big of a flower. I'm looking for like a dinky flower.
There's red, but that's huge. You don't have those. Those are tiny. This is huge.
What about red with leaves? And not just any red, bright red. No?
Wait. I'm looking at one section. Give me a minute, woman.
I'm thinking of borders in advance.
1 minute.
Because I'm thinking in advance here.
But black with red flowers.
No, that's not the right kind of flower.
Think about it.
I'll probably have to look myself when I get it
Obviously,
laid out.
You don't have to look yourself, but it gives me something to do. They can't hear me anyway.
All right, let's press all of these and then sew this next amount afterwards. So I'm just rolling these back towards my focus prints, I guess is what you would call it, my main fabrics. Because my background is a light yellow. It has dark yellow in it, but it's mainly light yellow. It's not the right tones.
I don't care what you say. I'm pulling it out. Maybe it's not, but I don't care. I had to look.
All right, I think it's not hot anymore. All right, so now I have a whole stack of these ones, which is half a pile done. So now I just need to finish the opposites, get these together, and I'll have a, like...
There says I'm late. What have I missed?
1, 2, 3, 4 pieces left over. Not much, just making my blocks for my table runner.
Hi, Billy.
And having fun while doing it. Hanging out with you guys. Because I hit 5K, and why not have extra videos, even though they're not like, what's the word for it? They're not, They're not pre-planned projects. It's just me feeling like sewing. Technically, this is what I do on Sew Sundays. I come in here last minute and say, oh, I remember something I saw. I'm going to make that. So I make it. And that's what I'm doing. And plus, there's a lot of you watching on a Tuesday night, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, you didn't make 90 on Sew Sunday. You got 91.
Oops. So I'm just trying to cure some of my boredom here, hanging out with you guys. I kind of want to make the block that's on my chalkboard that my daughter got me. I think that would be fun. And I think that can be done with 5-inch squares. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I can do that with 5-inch squares, I think. I'm not sure what block it's called because I don't know, but whatever it is, I want to make it. Which I don't think you guys can even see what I'm talking about because it's like not in the camera view. Oh, come on, get on here.
I have a red with flowers out there, but the flowers I think are too big too.
He went and looked under the long arm to see what colors I have out there. I'll choose once I get something together. Ask me what?
What's the name of the block?
I have no idea. Somebody in the chat already said, I forgot already. Spike and peak or something, but it looks like a teepee or a tent to me, so that's what I'm calling it. My teepee block. Okay, let's stay out of the camera. Even though men are allowed to be shirtless on YouTube, you guys don't need to see Scotty shirtless. It's not done. Obviously, they need to be trimmed, but...
Are these in an order?
No.
Okay. I was going to keep them in order, but if I don't have to.
No, they're not in any order. All right, so these ones are going to get pressed towards the color. This.
Oh, I like that one. Blues. Not a huge fan of this yellow, but I like that blue. There you go. There's a bunch more, but I'll show you those.
Come on, don't run out all the way yet.
Very pretty block. They like it.
Hi.
Hi, Linda.
All right, now to trim these little fellers and go put on the opposite. Move all this stuff out of the way. Up there. There we go. Now it's out of my way. That way I don't bump my elbow as many times as I have been. Because that's all I seem to do is bump my elbow. Or my knees. Caught it.
You all right in there?
Mm-hmm. Now I know why I don't always use the iron next to me, because I get even more sweatier than when I stand up and use the iron. How many of you have your iron right next to you? And do you get all hot and sweaty with the iron on? Because I am sure sweating my butt off here. Crazy about Elvis. Our horses. My boyfriend too. Okay. Small way. Living in Reseda.
Bernie wants to see the block your daughter gave you that you have hanging on your bulletin board.
You mean the block, my chalkboard block? She gave it to me. It's not really a quilt block. But, I mean, it's a chalkboard block. You guys are gonna get blinded by the light for a second if I do this, because there's camera mounts and all sorts of stuff in the way. But that block, remember when my daughter gave that to me? I want to make something like that.
Yeah.
That's my chalkboard. I had to move it to there because I have a disaster over on the other side of the room now. So.
Billy said yes. Every time she irons, she gets hot and sweaty.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's very hot and sweaty underneath that thing.
Every time you make me iron, I get yeah. Sweet.
All right, let's put the opposite side now on. All right, here we go. Are you trying to come in here for your kitty cat debut? Come here. Come here. Come here.
He just hasn't stayed. He's been in and out one on.
You want to show all the new subscribers who you are? Come here. Thump. Come say hi. Be the sewing kitty. You want to be the sewing kitty? Say meow. I sew. Meow. Oh, you scared of that?
Like loud stuff.
That's Dumper, my kitty. He usually stays on the floor because he doesn't jump on my counters or anything. So that's why he's never the center of attention, unless Scott turns the camera down at him. I think this bobbin is going to run out soon too. And I'll have to throw in another halfer. Yep, halfer. They're more like a 3/4, or there's one halfer it looks like, and one more 3/4 used. Barely has anything on it, but I want to use these all up so I can roll whole ones again. He's down there meowing now. He says, somebody please give me attention, not that sewing machine. All right, so I'm almost done making these blocks. And then I'll press them, and then once they're pressed all the way, then I'm going to go ahead and start trimming every single one of them, and then we'll lay them out. That fast. Again, it's just a table runner, so, and I'm using half of a layer cake. I mean, half of a charm pack per. Which is a whole charm pack in reality because I added the, background fabric. So technically 2 charm packs worth is going to make me 2 table runners. And they're going to be exactly the same. I'm just going to make only one though for you guys in the video. Hopefully I get the whole thing done in one video. Gotta look for myself a border fabric though, because I have a feeling this isn't going to be that as big as I think it's going to be. You never know. They're elongated blocks, and table runners are usually elongated, so typically for rectangle tables at least. But you can put these on square tables too. All right, so those are the 4 extra that I cut too much of, but that's fine because it'll just go towards the next. Move this out of the way. I'm going to iron these guys. Almost stabbed myself throwing these snips.
Mary lives in Oz,
In Oz?
Kansas.
Oh.
Kansas.
Yeah.
There's an Oz, Kansas, huh?
Was any of your best friends named Dorothy as a child and they disappeared just randomly out of the blue? I'm just kidding. Sorry. Gotta be silly.
Just tap their heels together until there's no place like home, huh?
Yeah. All right. Again, I'm going to just press these towards the middle. Just rolling them back pretty much. And then I'm going to find the closest number to trim them all to in an elongated fashion. And this will probably be the quickest table runner I've ever made. Well, besides just charm squares on their own, because I've done that too. This one totally like functified itself. Heat that thing back up, and since I keep knocking my glue down, I'm just going to throw that where it goes. While that's re-warming back up. So here's some of my opposite blocks. So there's going to be a nice stack. Just going to like finger some of these back until that iron is ready.
Bernie asks, do you use table runners?
Yeah, there's one on my kitchen table all year round because I'm too lazy to change it out to the other ones that I made for my own kitchen table, except for, was it, Thanksgiving or Christmas that I put the other one on?
Christmas, you change it out.
Yeah, for Christmas
again,
I change it.
Our table is kind of the junk area.
Yeah,
There's more paperwork and junk on our table than anything.
My table is the landing place for all bills that we don't want to see.
It's not bills. I pay all of our bills immediately. It's just other random paperwork that kept and saved.
It's like the filing cabinet exploded on the kitchen table. So there's a table runner. It's there. It's just hiding. I mean, you can kind of see it. It's very colorful. It's my, I made it in a tutorial, a live stream tutorial. I did the whole entire thing in the video, quilting and all, when I used to quilt in my bedroom. All right, we're going to move that temporarily out of the way. We're going to find the closest number to trim all these to. So I'm just going to make sure from both piles. I'm going to look at one and then I'm going to look at the other. And they're going to be, let's do 3 3/4, I think, because that seems to be the closest. 3 3/4 by 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 4 3/4. So 3 3/4 by 4 3/4, I think, is the most the best number that I can go with. So I'm just gonna line them up, and I want 3 3/4 because it is 5 inches, but not all of these are going to be 5 inches. Like really, really close. I'm gonna check some of these just to see. I mean, I could. Let's check these guys, because these guys seem skinnier, but they're really not. You know what? I'm going to fudge it and keep them all 5, because so far, let's pull one further down in the stack and just look, because so far they all seem to still be at 5. Nothing really too terribly horrible. So we're going to do 5 by, what was that other number? 5 by 1, 2, 3 3/4. So we'll do 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and just start by making them all exactly 5 again. to start, and then I'll do the other number. So I'm probably just trimming off tiny itty bitty bits, literally. I'll do all of them at 5 first, and then I'll do the other direction, just so that they're all straight, because they kind of got a tad bit wonky, just a tad. But they stayed pretty much at 5, which is good, because that's a good number.
Mary says very pretty.
I think it would be. Just gonna start throwing them all on here. Just get it all done. Although I'm used to like doing one side and then trimming the other direction, but we'll get them all 5 first. Just for effect. That way they're nice.
Nice and pretty.
Should I do this? I think I'm going to switch to a cutter that I can cut left and right-handed with, because that's going to take me so long. We're going to do something I can just left and right-hand cut with. That's if this blade is even sharp enough. It feels like it.
Bernie asked you ever make bed runners.
No, not really. My mom asked me to make one, and I have yet to do that. That one was like almost exact. No, she wanted me to make a bed runner that is just quilted. She wanted it to be, there's a word for it, whole cloth. She wanted a whole cloth bed runner because she loves my quilting style.
Hi, Kelly girl. Yes, that's hi.
Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm just screwing around. First, I'm making sure that these are all 5. And then I'm going to turn them around and make sure that they're all 3 3/4. Because that's what I said, right? Or 4 3/4. No, yeah, 3 3/4. I got to keep looking. Yep. Oh, that one doesn't even need to be trimmed. I'm literally, if you guys can see this, I am barely trimming these. Like, I could have just left them and fudged them all, but like that one. That one was just the pinking that was taken off. I'm like barely removing anything. Some of them aren't perfect, like this one. I should have. I said I was. Oh, I'll be fine. Like this one really needed to be trimmed. Oops. That back it. I think a little piece like flung up towards my eye. A little piece of fuzz. But I will get this done. I only need to trim the one side on this one. Oh, yeah, probably. Her video probably is backed. Like, not caught up. Because, you know, sometimes it does that. Like, some of people are not refreshed on the video screen. That one's like perfect. Except for right.
Cool, Heather. She's gonna make her mignonette backpack.
Aww.
So she ordered a pattern off Amazon.
That's cool. I made a backpack for my one daughter, for Maxine, and I never did a video on it, and I should have because you know how those things that get stuck in your head and you're like, oh, I should have made a pattern so that I can do it again and have a reference for myself. It's one of those things that I wish I would have done a video because now I don't have a reference and I kind of have to just have her bring the backpack back to me so that I could see what I did because I'm not sure. But I would like to show you guys how I did it. I did have a little bit of trouble with the handles or straps part of it, but definitely was fun to make. So because I took off that, I cut in a 1/4 inch is the reason why to my top corner is the reason why these are still 5 inch in height because of the way I cut them down. They're all mostly where I need them to be, except for a couple. And they're never going to be perfect because I don't make anything that's perfect. I still got to trim all of these now the opposite direction, but that shouldn't take too much longer. I think that was the one I cut the most of off of so far. Two more to trim this way, and now I got to turn them the other way now and do the whole thing all over again, but a different number. I just got to try to remember, cut anything to 3 3/4 ever. Like, that's just a weird number to trim to. All right, so let's go 3 3/4, and I need to make sure that I'm equally cutting the same amount off of both sides. I want that to land there. I'm going to line up my top number, turn the whole entire thing, and then cut the opposite direction at my number that I want. So I'm lining it up 3 3/4, and bam. So I'm barely cutting anything off. So now it's 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. So now I'm just going to repeat the process now on all of these, and then lay the whole thing out. Everything's lined up nice and straight. And then do what I got to do to make it nice and create something with it. Oops, that did not. There we go. So I'm trimming one side and then I'm kind of like looking at where my 3 3/4 inch lands on the other side, as well as making sure that my straight line is on the top and the bottom. Now I could probably switch back to my sharp blade. And some of the V points at the bottom are going to be in, really? I switched to a sharper blade and that happens. Some of these are going to be sitting down further than others. I really don't care. Because probably what I'm going to end up doing when I put them all together is going to be messy. Just going to opposite them all the way down. I think that would be really cool.
Lisa says, I wish I could sew points like you.
This is like simple because I didn't do anything specific.
Thank you, Celeste. Reminded everybody to hit the thumbs up.
Yes, yes, yes. That helps. That helps. That's probably what helped get me to 5,000 is making sure that everybody hits a thumbs up or a thumbs down or makes a comment, because the constant watching and action that the videos get is also what helps my channel. It's not just views. It's a little bit of everything mixed all together. All right, so I'm just lining them all up and trimming them all up. If they will cut properly, I said I'm switching to a sharper blade that doesn't seem to be any sharper. I think this will be very cool when it's done, though. Should go together pretty quick, too, once I start sewing it together. And don't forget, if you're new to my channel, feel free to join the Facebook group. I do ask that you answer the questions, though, or you will get denied, because I have gotten quite a few non-quilters or not related to my channel at all try to join the group, and they didn't answer the questions. So I took the extra time to go look on their pages. There's nothing quilting related. There is nothing related to anything besides spam. So make sure if you're joining the group that you answer those questions, because they're really simple to answer too. So that's how I know that it's spam, because if you can't answer 3 simple questions and agree to the, rules of the group, which are so simple, like seriously. I don't have very many rules besides the no politics, no religion, and that's it really, and no fighting or bullying. So just make sure you answer those questions and you'll get joined into the group. And I share almost every single project I make in a video, so you get to see that. It's kind of like the behind the scenes, and then everybody else shares there, so you can get general questions answered and ideas for things that you may want to try, or maybe someone shares a fabric that you thought was really cool and you find out from them where they purchased it,
Hi, Melina. Hi, Crystal.
Hello, everybody who's coming in. Just making a table runner, and right now I'm trimming my little pieces.
Says, I agree.
Oops, don't move on me, ruler. Don't move. So for those that are curious, these points are 5 by 3 3/4. So they're really cute, and they're opposites. So I'm going to lay them out really cool like. And all the points are not going to land exactly next to the next one, which is going to be cool. I think it'll give it that extra oomph of flair, because it's not perfectly lined up. It's going to make it look different, which would be cool at the same time. And I like that. I like this form of putting things together. No rules, just making sure everything's cut and trimmed properly, and that's it. Once it's the size you need it, there's no rules. Just a few more minutes of this. I feel like I'm like silent. Scotty's over there typing away. Any questions or anything? Oh, okay. Is anybody else sewing right now? You guys can tell Scotty and he can start reading them to me. I know you guys can't hear him, but...
I typed it in there earlier if they had any questions. hour
Oh.
when I get up, and then we had a conversation about the night owl in the morning. So yes, I'm way ahead of you, honey.
Okay.
I know my job. Crystal's doing a 3-yard quilt.
She's doing the one for the contest that she entered. Yep. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
And Melina just finished for the night.
Oh, that is what I meant to cut it at. I almost cut and not thought I cut the cut I thought I was cutting. That sounded weird, right? These ones I'm barely trimming off of. These ones are really close. So it was mainly the ones with the pinked edges that were getting cut more.
Mary's working on the back of the top. She posted it out in the group.
Oh, Mary Woods.
Yes, Mary Woods.
I'm sorry if I have a tickle in my throat. The other day it was sneezing. Today it's coughing. And I do know that it's kind of loud on my new microphone, so I have to watch where I land my cough, I guess. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah.
Callie girl sewed all afternoon on woolly candle mats. Nothing like being 7 months behind on that. She says.
That's
Rita's,
funny.
Quietly stitching her butterfly effects mini quilt.
Ooh.
And there you go. You're all caught up.
Okay. So it looks like it's just us guys. So if you need something super specific, since Scott's not in here to read the comments, make sure you type the @ and Tiffany's Quilting Life as you see on my channel, and it will highlight it in red so that I can see what you said. Cat follows Scott out. Night, Mary. Or anybody that's leaving. I don't expect anyone to stay. The video will have a replay tomorrow. Well, it'll be available tonight when I'm complete with whatever it is I am doing here. Even I don't know what this is going to look like. So this is one of those things you guys get to get a reveal of what's going to happen with me. I really like when I make these kind of videos. Just like those dumb bags, those wine bags I made on Sunday. Okay. Not tonight. I went shopping today and I can hardly walk. My knees hurt and put heat on them. I have arthritis in them. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I know how you feel though. I can't sit here too long because my legs go numb, not only from my MS because they're hanging, but they go numb because they just get numb and irritated. And that's because of arthritis. And if I don't bend them enough, like open and closed, then they get very weak. I don't like that feeling. It's not like a normal weakness feeling. It's definitely like an achy weakness. And I don't like that feeling at all. I would yell at him to say, but you guys, I'd have to, hold on. Yep. I'm not blinking, so that's good. All right, I'll line this up. I'm still cutting. Not very many left. Just a little bit left to trim down. So I'm trimming them. They're 5" by 3 3/4. If I keep reminding myself, then I won't make the wrong cut. I like these because they're like seriously like a tent. And they're so easy. Really easy. Super easy. Probably even make your own paper piecing template easy to make them even more the correct size, but you'll probably waste more than these little tiny slivers that I'm wasting doing it that way. But you'd be able to use scraps up and have different colors on every side too. That would be kind of cool. And I've shown you guys you can draw on paper and make your own templates before. I just use phone book paper. Hi, Teresa. I've been sewing, but now tired and making a lot of mistakes and ripping out stitches. Oh, no. Well, then maybe you should just stop sewing for the night and continue on tomorrow. You know, just hang out and watch and hang out with the group here while I chat with you guys. Shelly is not sewing tonight. It was golf night, so I'm chilling out and having a snack. Golf. Where were you when me and Scott were playing trivia earlier? We had a golf question, and we don't play golf, so we didn't know the answer. We play trivia a lot, so some questions we just don't know the answers to. I never thought to trim blocks and batches, learning new skills tonight. Yes, I just make them all and then trim them all over and over. Some people say that their hands get tired or their wrists get tired after doing this, but this cutter stopped all that for me. So, plus I had carpal tunnel surgery, which kind of, you know, made everything better. But it's like my chain piecing, chain sewing, and I chain iron too. And it makes everything go so much faster, I think. And I'm all about the getting it done as fast as possible. I don't know why I'm like that, but I am. I'm just a little speedy when it comes to all this. Sounds cute. How are you? Tiff, do you talk to yourself when not on YouTube? All the time. It's very, very weird, but I do. I talk to myself. You guys could probably see it in some of my recorded videos. I'm actually talking to myself or singing along with the radio, literally. I'll sit in here and go, okay, I'm cutting this, and you can see my mouth move, and I'm cutting that, and you'll still see my mouth moving, and you'll be wondering what I'm really saying, but most of the time I have to cut that out of the videos because it's 90% of the time I'm talking nonsense because I'm telling myself what to do. It's weird because I still have to look at the camera, especially when you guys are in, like when I record a video and you're in front of me like this, I still look at the camera. So I don't have a camera that I watch the screen. I just assume that it's still recording most of the time. There have been a few times that the camera stopped and I didn't know it, and I did a whole ton of stuff and didn't record any of it. But then when I edit, I pull myself into the screen so that you see me, unless it's just me filming. But sometimes I pull myself into the screen so you already see that step of me sitting at the sewing machine. So I do my best to get those edits, but you will see my mouth move. That's my plan. It will be Halloween themed, very late present, but I was sick all freaking summer. Yeah, time for us back pain in. Teresa was on my way to go to bed when I noticed Tiff was on. I got interested in her runner. I was sick a lot of this summer and didn't get well in time. That sucks. I have a ton of stuff that I want to get done, but I've been too busy making tutorials and stuff that, yeah, I just got nothing done. And tomorrow is a release of a video. So, because tomorrow's Wednesday. So you guys will get a brand new video from me tomorrow. And then the rest of the week, I don't know just yet because I've been kind of behind. I think Sunday, spending all day on Sunday making 2 bags. And I still have yet to sit and actually make the correct sizes that I think it needs to be, you know. It is sitting directly there. So like when I'm looking at you guys, it's right there. So I could see where I need to change my measurements and not have a wine bag and have an actual normal crossbody size bag. All right, so This is all my scraps, like literally just this right here, like this. Let me clean all this up now finally, so I can swipe it all away to the trash. I literally only have this as scraps. So that's really, really good. They came out pretty good in size. So all right, I'm gonna walk behind the camera for a second and toss this in my fabric trash because I have a special bin for fabric and a special bin for regular trash. All right, I'm gonna put you guys over here now. If I don't see comments, it's because it's kind of a little far and I don't want to put my glasses on. I'll catch up, Heather. Take your time and enjoy. Definitely Quiltigram. I am working on getting my Sojo back, and the only way to do it is so. All right, so I'm going to take one that has the color in the background, and I'm going to tilt you guys down a little bit, and then one that has this in the background. And I'm going to start laying this out. So let's put you guys in a position where you can actually see what I'm doing. I don't know how long this is going to turn out because, again, this is just half. So let's go like this and like that. Oops, nope, nope, nope. This. Oh, this is going to be cool. I don't know how long it's going to be. I want to be able to go one more this way. Hold on. Let's do that one and a dark one. All right, now for the opposites this way. Hold on, one of these. And then one of these. Nope, 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 this way. Trying to put them with the triangle part facing each other. And then one this way. And then one. Nope, 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 nope. This one. Nope, can't be that one. This one. And then this one. And then that one. And this one. No, that one's too close to that other one, that color. Nope. One of these. Purple, right here. I might have to go longer. Okay, saw that one. Definitely Quiltigram. I'm working on getting this. Okay, saw that one. Heather says, I always talk to myself. It helps me work out what I need to. I have no one else to ask except Puppy, but he ain't always here either. Yeah. Mine is sometimes just no help at all, period. Because he doesn't know what I'm talking about and he doesn't get it. All right. Nope, nope, nope. We're going to go with this guy now. And the green. I think this will be cool. Hi, Marla. All right, now for this color. And then let's do the dark blue. I might be able to just go longer, like at the end again, where all of my stuff is in the way. We'll see. We'll see how far down I can go. Let me start going this way. Oops, nope, nope, nope. Clear. This one. Like that. Then like that. Then that. Let's put this one here. And this one. Nope. Come on. Right there. There we go. That one. Oops. Nope. I'm confusing myself. I'm probably confusing you guys too. Let's do that one. Let's see how many are left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can go 4. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go longer like this. So this one will be here, like that. And then the next row That's a lot of that same green. Let's move that guy. That's too much red there. Let's put this guy here. That way this pink can come down here. So we'll go this one. That's too dark. And that one. And then I'm going to have two left, but I'll move some stuff around. That one there. And that one there. All right, let's change out. Just trying to guess here. Hi, Marie. Oh, no, she's saying goodnight to everyone that's leaving. Sorry. Irma, hello, Tiffany, Scott. Scott's not here, but it's just me tonight. Finally, get on how your tutorials, YouTube Live. Love it, every single one I have been watching on my TV. I'm fairly new at quilting. Oh, well, welcome, and glad you're here. All right, what should I replace? What should I replace? I kind of want to replace the yellow, honestly. Let's see. Let's put this there. Pull this one out and put this there. Take the yellow completely away, even though it shows. Ooh, these could be laid out like this too. Ooh, look at that. Okay, I know how this is going, all right? So look at it this way. Then we're gonna change it, okay? So you guys can see this layout. Obviously, these would be going with it. Hold on. I just had the specific awesome idea here. Let's do the matching sets. So let's grab this one and this one like that. Let's go this way with it. Ooh, this would be so cool. Okay, hold on. I need this guy. Oh, this could be awesome. I might just do it like this because I dropped one. This looks awesome. Let's put the point to the top, the wings to the bottom. Ooh, look at this. You guys like this? I like this. Let's do this guy. Where's the other one of those? Pinkish, pinkish, pinkish. I'm not seeing it. Is it one of those? No, it's not. Oh, well, we'll come back to it. Leave that at the bottom. Let's put a top with this purple. That's white with purple, right there. That there until I find that other one because I am, for some reason, not seeing it. But, oh, wait, we took the yellow out, which is not going to land anyway. Blue with the red. Let's put this guy here. Ooh, this looks so cool. I'm loving this. I think I might just go with this layout. Let's put this dark blue. That's not the right dark blue. That's the right dark blue. I like when I create new stuff. What do you guys think? Oh, there's the match to that one. All right, let's put that baby bluish one there with that one. This pinkish one with that. Let's see, dark. Let's put this light blue one here. That. Let's put the purple. The pink. Here's this purpley one. I love this. This is looking so awesome. I don't have a dark one in this pile, so we're going to put a dark one in this pile. Let's put the pink one here. This is way better. Way better. Way better. Is that a good word? Way better. Oh, wait, we have one that's like that light, so we'll put this guy here instead. Let's change out. No, I don't want two darks next to each other. Let's scoot that down. Like this. I don't want two purples next to each other. There we go. We'll put him here. Like that. All right, this one goes here. This one goes there, and all I had left was that yellow, which I still pulled out. What about this one? I like this style. It's almost diamonds, but then it's wings. Yes, it's like a chevron, yes. I love that layout. I'm with you, Tiffany. I do my best work at night, a real night owl. Looks good, but I love what you're thinking now. I'm also a night owl when I am in the looks like a zigzag second and third on your bottom left are too close in color. My bottom left down here. These two are too close in color. I like seeing in the camera. Is that better? I'm trying to look. I like it very much. I like it. I like it. Love this. All right. You know what? I think this one looks better than the other way. I like them matching up like this. So what I'm going to do is I have this one extra, which can make the other table runner long, because that one's also going to have one extra. So that one is just going to be one extra longer. I'm just going to sew it together. So I'm going to hook them in pairs this way first, and then sew them together. This is what I'm doing. And actually, it doesn't really matter. I can just chain piece a lot of them together, honestly. So let's do that. I'm going to turn the camera back up in 2 seconds. I just realized that it's still facing down. Yes, this is good. This is way good. This could be awesome. Maybe the other one I'll do different. Same blocks, but different layout. Back to the other layout, you know what I mean? So let's do this, though, and have fun. And they all actually don't have to face the same way. We'll lay it back out again once I sew all these together in pairs. Ooh, this is going to be so cool no matter what happens. I've never made anything like this before. Has any of you made anything like this before? I haven't. I'm going to bring this closer because I kind of can't. Just going to kind of put it next to me, I guess. Have you thought about having top peaks are going down the length of the table? Have you thought about top peaks going down the length of... We'll see. I'm going to relay it back out anyway. Just going to get all the groupings together and then pressed. I love it. I'm going to love it. It's definitely going to be cool. I wish I was sewing, but I'm finishing off crocheting blankets on a bestie who has been treated for breast cancer. I'm looking forward to getting it back into sewing. Oh, well, at least you're doing something for someone else. Good night, Bernie. See you next time. And these look cool because they look elongated, like so cool. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and start sewing these through too, because either way, I'm going to be laying it back out. So the general idea is there. If I need to fix any color combinations next to each other, then I can do that at that time, once it's all pressed. So now, just because I'm doing something brand new, you guys are probably getting ideas in your head going, oh, you know what? I can do that. And now you can refer to the day I made the table runner video. I don't know if all of you know this, but you can save the videos in your own little playlists. And if you say you want to go back to something and you don't remember, you can literally go underneath the video to save and save it and create your own playlist of all the videos that you know that you want to go back to. And it becomes your own playlist. And it's time for another almost empty bobbin. Let's try to get the rest of these done. This one's going to be out within these blocks probably, the last of these. So when I go to sew them together, I will need to put in another bobbin. Hi, Kim. All right. This is going to be so awesome. And so far, it's just half of a charm pack. So, and half a charm pack's worth of background fabric, which is like 5 strips that are 5 inches. Something like that. All right, so now I'm just going to go ahead and press all these. By the time I snip them apart, this should be reset. And then we will lay them back out and start sewing them together. Because I'm going to change the position just to see, because I think that's what someone was trying to ask me to do, was change them one up, one down, just to see. So we'll see if that changes anything. Cool part about sewing them this way is I get to press them back towards this color because that's where that bulk wants to lay anyway. So that's really cool. They can all get pressed back. I think something went down my shirt. Good night, Bernie. Everyone said that. Sorry, I'm late talking with friends. Oh, that's what she said. Heather says I save all your videos. I've already done that for a long time now. Well, some people don't know they can. So, all right, let's bring the ironing board back up here and press all these to one direction. And then I'm going to, oops, put my live chat back on. Duh, accidentally knocked it off. All right, so I'm going to be just pressing them back towards the bigger triangle so you can see. That way the seam allowance, because these are barely thick right here on the ends, but this was a lot thicker and it was wanting to lean that way. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do on all of these. Just lean them back like that. So I'm just going to lay this down and roll it back just like that. It's so cool. I am so happy with my choice of moving them around into a different position, because then they line up and you can't tell that those ends didn't meet either. So that actually makes it look even cooler to me, honestly, because once it hits that 1/4 inch seam, it'll have that weird look to it, which I think will be pretty awesome. I like when I'm up at night because I think I'm a little bit more creative this hour, you know, after 8 p.m. Let's let that warm back up while I just finger push back some of these for a second. Boob sweat, yeah. Just like that. Cool it down. I will start saving all videos starting tonight. Well, just know, Irma, that there are playlists. I already have playlists of certain videos, so if you're more interested in Sew Sunday videos, they're all in a playlist. If you just want to save only certain ones that you for a fact know you're going to make, put the ones I know for a fact I'll make in a playlist called I Know for a Fact I'll Make It. My playlists are called, I got a Sew Sunday one, an Insomniac series playlist. I have a playlist for patterns I've made. I have playlists for specific, like the Dresden Sew Along. They're already set up for you guys when you come to my channel. But just know you can make your own playlists. So that way you can just go to play playlist and it'll play all the videos that you have saved in your playlist, which is actually kind of cool. That's how I binge watch videos on the TV that way. I just turn on the playlist on the TV and it'll just play them all. And I don't have to stop and press play. It just continuously plays through them, ads and all, which is kind of cool. I have been on since about 8:15 my time. I would have normally told you, Kim, by the way, but This was like a spur of the moment thing. I told Scott, I was like, I want to sew. I haven't sewn all day. I need to sew. So he's like, are we going live? And I said, yeah, I'm going to do it live. He said, what are you going to make? I said, I don't know. We'll find out when I get in there. Came in here, pulled out a charm pack and said, I'm making a table runner or two. He goes, make two. All right, just these last ones to press. Okay, I'm going to kind of like just move them. That way they're already open and ready for me to make nice and flat. I don't know what time it is right now. Oh, it's 10, so I've been on for 2 hours. Wow, really? Well, almost 2 hours. But I'm almost done. I just got to sew these together. All right, so let's lay them back out one more time. Here we go. So I'm going to go, I want to see what it looks like if they go this way and then this way, because I might like that even better. So let me try to put it where you, I don't even think you guys can see. I'm going to have to turn the camera back down again. Okay. So let's see. This way is more chevron looking. I kind of like the other way better, but we'll just see what it looks like once I lay every single one of them. This one's way more chevron. Oops. Let's go this way, that way, that way. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. I was on with So Yeah Brothers for 4 hours. Yep, they were on. All right, this way, that way, and this way. So what about this way, guys? Better than the earlier style where they all face opposite directions? Let me know, because I'm going to turn them. So here's the chevron style. They're really sharp chevrons, though. This is actually really, really cool idea for a sharp chevron. Definitely really cool. So I'm going to turn them now, so you know this way. Let's turn them. So this way, that way, that way, that way, that way, and that way. And then I had it this way, pointed in every other. There we go. Like this. Like the earlier one, which is this one. And we'll move the colors around in a second. I'll look on the screen and see what's out of place. There we go. So this is what I had before I started sewing them in sets of 2. So I'm going to look at the camera in a second, and I'm going to put a more darker color down here at the end. Now those two are more similar. Let's put that there. It's kind of spread out with the dark colors, I think. Let's move this darker purple here. And this more pink color here. And this darker color more this way. There we go. I'm looking at the camera too. All right. This direction I kind of like better than the chevron. What do you guys think? Because I'm still going to border it with this color. What if they point out? Then they become diamonds in the middle instead of the diamonds the other way. This way's just as cool, actually. So this one creates a better diamond in the middle instead of the offset diamond in between. This one creates a perfect diamond in the middle. Just like that. Oh my. Haha. This one is sewn on backwards. I don't know if I should rip it out or just leave it. I mean, it's noticeable to me. Can you guys tell on the screen? I could see it on the screen now. It's noticeable. It's backwards, but I can't unpick it because then these ends won't line up the way I have them. I'm gonna leave it. I could replace it. Oh, hard decision. I'm gonna leave it. Just leave it, Tiffany. Just leave it. That's rare that I do that. That's a whole backwards piece. Do I sew any of the ends backwards if I got one upside down? Nope, they're all right side up. Huh. I just got one upside down. That was it. Yeah, yes, I have extra, but I don't want to pick it out. That's a hassle. All right, I'm going to sew it together like this. Because if it's like directly, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're equal. So it's almost directly in the middle. Just got home from ER. Oh, no, sorry, Vicki. Yes, this one like the diamond shape. All right, so I'm going to sew like this. I like this style. It's facing out than in. Out looks better than in. So I'm going to just go ahead and I don't want to sew completely rows. I think I'm going to sew them like this and then sew them together. So I'm going to do this and then I'm going to lay them back down. And I just have to remember I'm going to go up with one and then down with the next. So I'm just going to go ahead and sew them in opposites. And I'm pretty sure you can still see the machine. I didn't turn the camera facing back up, but so if this was my top one, this is my bottom, this goes that seam that way. That. This actually works out better because of the 1/4 inch at this point down here. The way it was mostly cut off. So this one's going to go up. And then this one will go down towards the blue. And again, I'm not going to turn that, I'm not ripping this piece out. This one's going to go up towards the upside down piece. I don't really care. I mean, I didn't notice it till the very end anyway, so maybe quilting will hide it. This one's going to go down towards the green. Towards the green. This one's going to go up towards the blue. You guys like how I just talk to myself while doing this? Her blood pressure was up. This one's going to go down towards the pink. Hope they got it down for you. I think it was deep. Down towards the pink. Trying to read. I have no voice in here. Put it down when I was gone. I was very dizzy and couldn't stand or walk. Oof. Well, hopefully they helped fix it. And that bobbin has lasted, surprisingly. Got one more piece. I don't think it's going to last the rest of the way through sewing these rows together, though. This one's going to go down towards the purple. All right, now to sew these rows together. So I'm going to hook these two together, and my seams are not going to nest, so I'm going to make them nest because I didn't plan this layout, so I'm going to actually fold these down. And then I'll press it nice and flat. So I only have to do this with every other seam, which is good because press it towards this way. I'm just going to finger press for now. And I just have to remember that I flip those seams. Once I get to the iron in a bit, we'll turn all those the opposite direction. Wait, the purple was on the outside like that, wasn't it? Yep. All right, so let's just put this one on. So I'm just going to sew all these together now, flipping every other seam, because these top seams were actually pressed if they were going to go all together. But I didn't think about that part. I just started sewing in the beginning. Oh, I told you it wouldn't last. All right, I think I have one more, nope, two more partial bobbins. I'm really going through these finally. Yay. Press that way. These points at the ends do not match up, but that's fine. Put this one on. It honestly doesn't matter which side I even add these to because they're all getting mixed up, but I did lay it out a certain way. So it's best if I continue going that certain way. These diamonds in here, they look cool because they're not fully point diamonds. They like come together like a barrel stack, I guess is the word for it, in a diamond shape. So like diamond barrel hooks, you know, because they don't end at a point, they end at a flat, which is cool. Okay, so let's add this. And since this has, like, I think the width is fine, it's the length, which would be the width from here to here seems good, table runner size, but once it's done, its length might not be. So what I'm going to do is probably just add some yellow to each end. Just a little bit, like a 1.5 inch, and then go around it with a border that I could find. All right, so let's press that one that way. Just for now, just finger pressing. I'll grab this one, put that on. I just got the Juki 2010Q. Is that what yours is? Yes, it is, the 2010Q. It's a great machine. All right, back this way. Got just a few more left to go. I'm going to scoot these guys down because I kind of know where I'm at now. That way, turn it, because that's the way I had it. Put this one on. Hi, Diane. That's pretty tiff. I have no volume. Can't hear you. Oh, I'm sorry. My thingy is on loud and clear. Okay, so I'm going to turn my iron back on. So this one's going to go like this. Let's just press it. Like this, add that last one. And then we're going to elongate it a little on the sides. And I'm going to find a border fabric. I know I got something. And if I don't, I'll just finish it another day. All right. Let's press this, and then I'm gonna turn it this way so I can just press the whole thing in length. And I'm gonna get up for a second while you guys stare at this. And I'm gonna find something that borders, that's got flowers, little tiny flowers, reds. I'm behind the camera looking for something with yellow, red, purple, something, tiny flowers. It's got to be something. That's not it. No, that won't match. No, no, no. Could also do leaves with green. I'm totally behind the camera, just letting you know if you're just staring at the nothingness. That won't match. How about that red? No, that's not red. Ooh, I have this blue right here. What do you guys think? Next to that yellow, I'm gonna start pulling some stuff out. Then I have white and blue. Nah. Talking to myself back here. I have a pink. I don't know if pink, but I don't know if it's the right pink. It's like a pink and red. I mean, it could. I do have green with white polka dot. I mean, it's not the same green, but I'm just giving you guys the options for me. Gosh, I'm like, I guess I gotta dig through my drawers maybe, behind the camera. You guys can see those colors with the yellow. I'm down here in my drawers now, underneath the camera. Ooh, I have that green and leaves. This is my scrap pile now that we're in, my scrap drawers. And obviously I can't see the chat at the very moment, but I'll look in 2 seconds. Just give me a second to dig out a couple more scrap colors with little tiny flowers or something, you know? It's not the right pink, but it seems like the right pink. But I don't know if anyone wants that kind of pink. I mean, this has pink and purple. could go with a yellow, but I took that yellow out. I don't know. I have 2 more drawers that I can open, and then I'll see what you guys are saying. I have a purple with, oh, I don't know if I have enough of this, but I have the purple. It's a darker purple, but I do have purple with leaves. Look at all these options, guys. I love it. No, that won't work. No. There's no orange. Okay. That's it. That's all I have. That looks anything like it goes with it. 1 more drawer. I do have strawberries, but I don't know if strawberries will look good with this. Nope. Nope. Even though it's like table runner, kitchen related, I'm probably in front of the camera and I'm sorry. I have this one that almost looks just like that. It looks just like that one too. All right, there's my options. Let's see what you guys say. I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna tip you guys back up a little. Just like that, because you can see me and all the colors. Come closer. There we go. All right, good night, Irma. Green looks good. The lime green, which was this one or this one? Hold on. This one or this one? This one looks like it kind of matches more on that green than this one. This one's a little bit more whatchamacallit green, so I'm gonna set that aside. Looks like it again is a bed runner for mom. Put a solid color fabric on the back. She has a choice which side to display. Yes. You do scrappy border. I'd use them all since there's so many colors in it. Yes. Yellow is too much like the background, which I kind of agree. So let's leave that out. Green will look good. Bottom green. Yes, the same color. I agree. I'm in Alaska 9:30 here. Well, welcome, Amy. First screen, bottom green still. Blue, the top to balance the colors. This one. I'm just going to lay them here so you could see. Bottom green still. Blue to help the balance the color stand out. Then Teresa says blue. Oh, Irma's still here. Okay. Yes, the one you are holding, which was the screen with white polka dot, which, I mean, there's still going to be a yellow. I'm going to still take this yellow on the sides, you know, just to pull it out a little bit. And I might just do a little bit more on the sides, but I think a little bit lot more on the sides and then all the way around with one of these. Someone's saying the green. I'm going to automatically say, even though these flowers totally match all these flowers, it doesn't go with the yellow, so it gets to come out just like this one. This one matches all those flowers. It does have the yellow, it does have the blue, and it does have the green. So it definitely does good. I mean, I could even do yellow, then this, then green, like that. 3 borders, like bigger, tiny, and huge. Or this pink is just a little too pink. There's not really that bright. These pinks aren't that bright. So that's also being eliminated. This purple, also the only dark purple in here is that. And even though it's almost the same, and I have enough for like a thin, doesn't really go with that. So we're gonna knock that out and definitely knocking that one out and this green one out. So the choices are between, oops, leaving this obviously as its first border. I dropped this dumb thing. The options are, and this green and blue don't go together, but this one goes with this one and or with that one. You see? They really accent. Middle to light fades into another. I like the pink. Jamie likes the pink. I really don't. I don't know why, I just don't. I mean, I pulled it out obviously because it's one of those thoughts, but I really honestly think I should do this one, a really skinny one of this one because it matches these prints, and then a bigger one of this one to end it. I think that's what I'm going to do. It looks really good to me. Yes, there's my decision with the help of all of you. All right, so I'm going to toss those out of the way. Let's put some borders on this real quick. Well, let's press it first. I probably have the iron off. Oh, no, it's still on. Good. Yay. I don't know which way these seams I've pressed them. Just going to give them a nice, good flattening. I should probably press it from the back too. Not the blue. Yeah, I'm not using the blue. So some of these seams got twisted and folded. I'm going to make sure that I put them down. I'm just going to do from the back first and then to the front. The 3 colors you pick looks good. Good. Good, good, good. Good, good. Pressing from the back first so that I can get all these seams to lay flatter than they were. I did flip a lot of them. All right, now to press from the top, and then we're going to cut the borders. I think this looks so cool. Hi from Australia, Tiffany, Selena. Hi, Jamie. All right. Let's get this nice and flat, and then we'll measure it, put some borders. Technically, I don't need to measure because I never measure, but we're going to pretend I'm measuring. How about that? Normally, I press the whole thing at once because I'm on my big ironing board, but we're just using the little feller today so that I can sit here with you guys. One more time, and then we'll grab the first color. I really think I should go all the way around, but the sides be a different length than the top and bottom. So I'm thinking, let's see how long this is now. It is 32 3/4. 32 3/4. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to add, before going all the way around with this one, what I'm going to do is, how much do I have on here? I'm going to add 4 inches to each side and then only 1.5 inches to the top of this. So let's fold this out of the way for a second. We're just going to fold this in half and just recut. Grab this. And we'll do some left-handed cutting to make a nice straight line here. I only need to cut 1 4-inch strip. So I'm going to line this up on the 4. Switch to my right-handed cutter. All right, and then we're going to split this exactly in half. It should be enough. Oh, plenty. Okay. I'm just going to split it in half on the fold. So one side on, and then I'll cut the selvage off after it's sewn on. No big deal. And then I'll cut some 1.5-inch strips from that. I just need 2, well, maybe 3. And then sew those on. That way it's longer, but I'm still going to go around with the other 2 borders. I'm just giving this some length. All right, let's sew the other half to the other side. And then I'm going to trim the excess off. I think this is going to look super cool, guys. I really do. And then I'll try to do some of the same things with the next one. So I'm going to stand right here. I'm going to trim off this excess to where it's nice and straight with the edge. So I'm just cutting that off. And then I'm going to straighten this side up because that's where I cut that fold. And it kind of had a little lip to it. Bring this one over, cut this side off so it's nice and flat. That was equal with my seam line. I'm also going to go ahead and trim this little folded edge off because that was from where I had my cut with my scissors. I'm going to go ahead and press this back. And then we're going to cut some 1.5-inch strips just to go around the top and the bottom now. Not around, but on the top and bottom. So I'm going to go to this side now. I'm green where the second border. I think I should switch the colors of the borders. Oops, my tablet died. I'm going to have to get something else for a screen, guys. Oh, it's dead. I got to go get my iPad. I will be right back. And you can hear me while I'm out here. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back, but got my iPad. Just need to get it on. And just remember, on the iPad, it says Tiff G instead of Tiffany's Quilting Life. Because some of you didn't know that. That's just my other channel for talking purposes. All right, hold on. That way the other border will show up instead and fade into the first one. So you want me to do the dark one first? Let me move all this out of the way so I can read comments. I forgot which way my board goes because I never use it. All right. Let's Move that for a second. So you're saying, let me put the, we're going to pretend that there's yellow across here. You're saying put this first. Then this? Like that? Okay, some are saying no. I like the dark on the outside too. Like in person, it looks different. I don't know, you guys on camera, I know you have a lot more clear picture, but in person, I kind of like the transition this way because that yellow, I'm going to be putting a strip real quick of this across the top. And actually, I should have just enough to get 2 1.5 inch background color, the green. Some like the dark on the outside, no, the other way. I don't know, we're just going to do it the way I had in mind. So let me cut 2 1.5 inch strips off of here and then sew those onto the top and bottom because it doesn't need to be very big. Just kind of taking the thickness away since there's more on this side, you know what I mean? So let's put that off of there. So we're going to cut 2 of these. And I'm just going to sew them on, same as before. Should be the right length because this isn't 44 inches yet, or 43 even. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that, plenty. Okay, so I'm just going to sew it on, except this time I'm going to knock the selvage up above, and I'm going to sew it on, and then I'll sew the other side on, and then I'll trim. I know some people don't do it this way, but I just do it, get it done. I hold it with my fingers as if it was a pin, so I mean, I don't see anything wrong with sewing the borders on this way. Just lining it up. It already seems kind of wide for a table runner. How big are table runners usually? I know some aren't this long. Some are. Or wide, I mean. Sorry. You know what I'm saying. I just went ahead and cut that one at the end. Just going to go ahead while I'm right here and cut this one. Cutting that selvage off. Sew this other side on and then press them. Just going to go ahead and pre-cut the selvage off. It's nice and straight anyway. You lose your second border. Okay. Well, I can eliminate that one altogether as well and just go with the green. It's kind of seeming very wide, so, and I don't want it to be that wide. Am I out yet? Yep. One more. Do I have one more? I did have one more, didn't I? Trying to finish these off. It's my last one. If the green does better as a third border than a second border. And second just bugs me. Okay, we'll see right now. We'll look one more time. Tension looks good. Just sounds weird in the machine, that's all. Just laying it on top of itself. depends on the width and the length. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see where I'm at right now. Let's press this back. And I have a couple table runners in here. So I can look at a couple table runners and see what their sizes are. Sorry if it sounds like I got quiet, guys. I'm just trying to think. Okay, let's see where we're at. So 6, 37, 38, 39, 40. It's 40 inches long already by 20.5 inches wide. By 20.5 inches wide. And I have some table runners here. Here's one. This is very skinny one, as you can see. So that's literally half that size, but its length is longer, way longer. Let me see, what else do I have? Where's my other table runner? Oh, there it is. Here's another table runner. This one's the same width as it is already, pretty much. See how wide that is? And it's actually the same length. So it's as big as this currently is, you know. Hold on, I got one more. Actually, I got way more than one more, but here's one more skinny one. This is my reversible one. It got washed and it got all wrinkly funky. So this one is very skinny but long. This is my reversible one. You guys remember when I made this? Got all wrinkled in the wash. It shrunk really bad. Like really, really bad. Anyway, so I could just leave this as is or add the green around it. I mean, whoever said they had to be a specific size, right? Honestly. So I think I'm just going to go with, oh my goodness. I might just go with adding green only. Where did that green go? We're going to pretend that it's going about, let's see, let's lay this right here and say it's going all the way around. Let's try 2.5. 2.5. So if I added a 2.5-inch border all the way around, that's what it would look like. What do you think? Just by itself. Could turn it into a bedroom. Yes, I could turn it into a bedroom. It could be anything. I have a wide but oval table. Some people have really long, wide tables. So, I mean, yeah, it's just whatever. We're going to do this. I'm going to cut 2.5-inch strips off of here. So I'm just going to let that fall to the floor. I'm going to put you guys here. And we completely removed this color completely. So let's cut some 2.5-inch strips. I'm also going to remove this because this is no longer 1 yard. I'm just going to cut 3, 4, 3. I'm going to cut 4 just to be on the safe side. So 4 2.5-inch strips. That's what I'm going to cut here. Right there. or just bind it in green. I could. One, two. Sorry, I cut it in 5, not thinking what I was doing. But that's fine because 5 and 2.5 is 2.5 is half of my 5. There we go. I never cut that way, but it's cut that way now. All right. Let's see. Bring this back up here. Is this on the fold in halfness? Because I probably only needed 3 strips, and 1 can just go in my stash. Yep. That's funny. This fabric didn't look as wide as the other one. All right, so I'm going to sew 1 to each side. And then the length is not going to be the length anymore, so I just know that. I like when my audience is part of my designing. It helps me. even though at times you guys do confuse me a little because the delay between me and you. All right, so I'm sew off the edge of this. Turn it the other way. I think I'm going to like it with the screen. It's really going to look cool. You can bind it with the other color you liked. I could. I could. Stay right there. All right, let's trim these ends and then put those other 3 strips together. Oh, that looked pretty good right there. And then I'll press it back. Oh, that was perfect. Let's press it back. So this is going to be a wide table runner for fat tables. It can even go on the back of a couch. You know, some people put quilts on the back of their couch, just like a small one like this, so that it just kind of, you know, the whole thing isn't hidden, just laying there for show. Shoot, it could even be a wall hanging. It could be whatever you want it to be. All right, let's sew these 3 strips together because I definitely is not long enough for this because I did cut off way more. Let's see. Salvage to sew. Yeah, definitely not. Okay. So I'm going to cut the salvage off of these guys. Looks great. Table is oval too. Yep. I'm going to just trim these off at the same exact time. Sew them all together and then put them on. Go. Just going to cut them off at the same time. Okay. I'm going to sew them together and then attach. It's really against the purple. Thank you. All right, here we go. I'm going to find the top, but I'm going to come down just a little bit so that my seam kind of is not completely at the edge. So I'm going to come down about, I don't know, a couple inches. and then run out of thread probably while I'm on this seam. Because I only put in like a tiny part of a bobbin. Might surprise me though and land at the end. Still going. All right, fold it on top of itself, roll it back really nice and flat, and cut. Table's 42 by 72 rectangle without the leaf, and it adds another 12 inches in length. Wow. All right, switch it to this side. Again, I'm just going to start this one now at the end, but I'm also going to make sure that the seam doesn't land exactly at the end, which it shouldn't because I started down just a little bit. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Look at that. So I technically only needed 2 1/4 strips, and that bobbin lasted that whole time as well. And now that I say something, let's see if it keeps going. Almost done. And on top of itself, flatten it out. Make a cut. That's my excess. So almost 1 strip, but not really. It's missing a little bit. And that's it. Let's press it. You guys can see my awesome little table runner. Or again, whatever. I said table runner for the video though, because that's technically what I wanted to make, was table runners. It took a lot longer than I thought though. I've probably been on for like 2.5 hours now, huh? This is another reason why I hate pressing on small little mats. Makes everything seem like you pressed it crooked. All right, gotta get rid of my starting point. Right there. Oh, I hate when there's strings hanging through. All right, one more little press and then I can show you guys. Just give it a little bit more of a press down this center section from all the movement. There we go. All right, there's the table runner. Doesn't it look so cool? Let me come closer. think it'll look better if I just back you guys up. Tip this up. Camera's moving. There we go. There we go. The whole thing should be in one frame now. I like it. I really like it. So there we have it. Table runner in one video. Just for you guys who couldn't sleep. Great, right? I had fun. I had fun. I cured my boredom. There you go. You can see it better that way. I like it. So it's pretty much 24 and a half, 24 and a quarter. It's going to lose that quarter though with everything. It's 24-ish by, hold on, 36. I know I'm measuring all funky. 43 and 3/4. So 24 by 43 and 3/4. There we go. There we have it. Oh, so it's pretty big table runner for the wider style tables. Yeah. Or it can completely cover a coffee table, you know, because coffee tables are about this big, period. At least the old, like bigger wooden style ones. All right. Anyways, the spots really make it pop. Yes, and even though there's no spotted fabric, it matches the greens throughout the whole thing. So, and I like that I turned them. I like this. And you know, you can't, I mean, can you really tell where the piece that's backwards is? Can you tell? There's a backwards piece in here. So it's just hard to see. So that works. Alrighty, guys. Well, everyone's just saying beautiful, love it. And some of you are saying goodnight. Yep, there's a backwards piece. It's actually right here where my finger is. You could see it kind of in the camera that it's a little bit lighter if it focuses. Just a tidbit lighter, but all in all, I don't care. It's going to get quilted, and I'll probably use yellow thread. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get off of here because it's 11 something. I don't know. I've been on here for a while. I pretty much came on 3 hours ago because it's 11:12 and I came on at 8:15-ish. So, yep. All right, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out while I make this beautiful table runner just on the spot. And I think what I'm going to do is make the other one pretty much exactly the same because I really like the way this layout looks. Maybe I'll turn them the opposite way and see. I don't know. But I kind of want to do it the same, but not let these guys land in the same spot. You know what I mean? But the same everything else, I think. I like it this way. I think it's definitely cool. So, all right, everyone. So sleep well. Thank you for hanging out. Don't forget to subscribe that way. I'm pretty sure. Let's see where my hand is landing. I get confused. Yep, it's that way. Subscribe down there, like my videos, share with your quilty friends, and I will see you guys whenever I feel like coming on again. Just know you'll see a video tomorrow. For those of you that are here right now, you are first to know that tomorrow sometime there will be a video released. So, good night, everyone. Lots and lots of love to you all. Let's end it right here.